Oh God. The first half of the first episode, I was doubting my whole life choices. I was like, what am I doing here? Guys, welcome back. If it's your first time, my name is Tawa Adewale. Why do I do that? Welcome back. Why? Intros are not my thing. If it's your first time, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Today we're talking about Obliterated, which is the new Netflix original series streaming on Netflix. Let's get into it because I know there's a love-hate relationship going on with this show right now, and I will tell you what I thought. So an elite special forces team thwarts the deadly threat to Las Vegas. After a celebratory party, the team discovers that the bomb they deactivated was fake. Now intoxicated, the team has to find the real bomb and save the world. I watched the trailer of this and I thought that it was kind of middle ground for me. It was exciting enough for me to be curious about the show, but also not that out of the box for me to be like it's the first thing I wanted to watch. So when it came out, and it came out on the 30th, I think, of November. When it came out, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe I'll look at it, and I put it on my list. And then I started watching it 2-3 days ago, I think. I can't really remember. And the first oh God, the first half of the first episode, I was doubting my whole life choices. I was like, what am I doing here? Everything was so, it was just weird. It wasn't great. It felt like lazy writing. The action scenes, or like the whole intrigue or supposed intrigue of the espionage thing that was going on, case that they were on, everything seemed to be timed too perfectly. I was like, okay, is this what I signed up for? I was bored. The first 20 minutes, I was bored. And then that party started, people. That party started and it took off for me. Now, full disclosure, I'd had a run-in with my friend Mary Jane, and we were soaring when I watched this thing. So I did not do my review based on that first initial sitting because I watched it in one sitting. I said that, okay, I needed to be grounded and watch the series again. And it was the same thing. Now, it was a little less funny because I'd already seen everything. But I had the same feeling where I was bored the first 20 minutes and then the party starts and it just takes off. Now, let's look at the team. Okay, we have Ava Winters, who's played by Shelley Hennig. Every team needs a boss, and Ava is the one calling the shots for the Obliterated crew. As a top CIA intelligence officer, Ava is a badass with the skills to lead this group. She possesses a strategic mind and an ability to remain poised under pressure, which comes in handy as Obliterated descends into Sin City chaos. I liked her. Honestly, I liked her from the beginning. From the first moment that we see her, there's just something about her. Her character is captivating. The actress herself is beautiful and so engaging. The confidence was out of this world. Loved her, even from the beginning. Even when I thought that I was going to hate the show, I liked her. And as a team leader, she was really good. Very calculated mind, and I liked seeing that about her. Next person was Chad McKnight, who's played by Nick Zano. If Ava is the brains, McKnight is the brawn of the team's tactical lead. McKnight's unflappable drive and loyalty has won him friends and followers within the squad. So he's very liked. He's very charismatic. I also liked him. I like that he's graying a little bit. Nick Zano, I don't know. I've seen him in so many, and he's always been like the heartthrob of every show and movie I've seen him in. It's no different in this, but I really did like him. And even when it came down to his action scenes, like, he packed a punch, and I love that for him. It was actually very sexy in the show, so love that. And him and Ava as a couple, yes. Are you kidding me? Can someone say power couple? 100%. Moving on to Trunk. Like McKnight, Trunk is another Navy SEAL. This charming Titan idolizes his best pal McKnight and goes to great lengths to maintain their friendship. Trunk will also do anything for a snack as his Las Vegas munchies take hold during the mission. It was crazy. Trunk is played by Terrence Terrell. I've not seen him this was the first time that I'd seen him in anything. Then we have Angela Gomez, who's played by Paula Lazaro. Angela is the third member of McKnight's inner circle. Unlike McKnight and Trunk, she is a Marine rider and eagle-eyed sniper. Angela shares a teammate's work hard, play hard way of life. Angela's debaucherous ways puts her directly in the path of one particular rowdy bride-to-be. Yeah, she, honestly, give or take, you could have done the movie without her. If I'm being honest, she wasn't bad, not at all. She's actually a really good actress, and I liked her in it. But I'm saying that the character itself, there's just a lot that happened with her, like, and nothing was done. She did shoot an innocent person in this, and nothing was done about it. So I don't know. I like her, but I thought that if she wasn't on the show, we wouldn't miss her too much. Same goes for Trunk too. Like, I like him, and I thought that he was very charismatic. But if he wasn't in the show, it would be 50-50. Next person we have is Maya Lerner, who is the tech genius and aka tech chick. She I could have done without, especially for the first 4 episodes. Maya Lerner is played by Kimmy Rutledge. Maya has the tech and the hacking skills to run communications and keep our team one step ahead of the enemy. If only her big feelings for one member of the team didn't threaten to tear their mission apart. Honestly, I wouldn't even say it was unprofessional. I think it was just immature the way she was acting, but I get it. Hargitay, who's played by C. Thomas Howell. You should never trust an explosive expert with all their fingers. He's actually a crazy, lovable sweetheart. I liked him. He was funny. He was comatose for most of the season, but when he was awake, he was funny. And then we have, last but not least, of the main cast that I'm going to be talking about, Paul Young, who's played by Eugene Kim. This character had me dying. I was laughing so hard. He struck me as, like, I thought he was going to be boring from the first episode. I was like, oh yeah, bring on the vulture, and then he comes and shoots down the place and then flies his helicopter away. I thought he was going to be boring, but he ended up being, I think, my second favorite character in the entire series. Paul Young, while the rest of the squad is happy to party to their heart's content, yes, even Ava, Paul is different. He's Air Force originally, a reliable family man seeking the ultimate work-life balance. He was all about his daughter in this and how he couldn't be there for her. Still, he's not afraid of some danger. It's Paul who flies the team into battle in a state-of-the-art helicopter. Now, there's other people. There's James Langdon, who's Ava's boss, and he's played by Carl Lumbly. Ivan Kozlov, played by Costa Roning, who's the main bad guy. And then Lana, who's played by Alison Gorski, who was just a party girl in Vegas that was along for the ride. So like I said, first 20 minutes of the first episode, boring as all hell. I was like, get me the fuck out of here. I don't really enjoy it. I don't think I'm gonna like this. That party starts and it kicks off, people. It goes crazy. It's so freaking funny. Honestly, I was laughing my head off throughout this entire series because they were all fucked up. They were all messed up, if I'm being honest. And the fact that they thought that they could solve this whole ticking time bomb situation. They had 7 hours, so the entire series is based, it happens within that 7 hours, kind of like a 24 situation. It's all within that 7 hours. They are crazy out of their minds, messed up on drugs, alcohol, and every possible thing that they could have found in Las Vegas, trying to not only find a bomb, but defuse it. But before even like that whole scenario plays out, during the party, everybody falls out. McKnight and Ava have unresolved sexual tension as well as different kind of other tensions. The tech chick, Maya Lerner, and Ava have unresolved issues because Maya likes McKnight and she found McKnight and Ava having sex. So she felt betrayed throughout the whole thing. She was very mature about it. I couldn't stand it, but it did lend a lot to the series, so I appreciate that. McKnight and Trunk have unresolved issues because he finds out something about Trunk that he didn't know before. Hargitay is passed out. He's the EOD. He's the one who's supposed to defuse the bomb when time comes, but he is done on so many drugs, just passed out. Young has eaten a ton of of mushrooms and doesn't even know it. So at the first 3 episodes, they think that he's the only sober person within them, but he is like the highest of the highs. He's on another level of high, and it's just mind-boggling that they let him fly the helicopter. Obviously, they didn't know, but they let him fly the helicopter. I was dying. The first episode, she says, are you sure you can do this? And he's like, yeah, I have nothing in me except some guacamole. And she's like, thank God that one of us is sober. I'm like, he's the most fucking high person in the group. What are you talking about? It was just funny. And then you have Gomez who seduces this bride to be, and now is dealing with the bride's fiance, and how she's just wrecked that whole situation. She's also high as well, so her sniping skills are off the rails. When it gets time for her to take down the bad guy, she shoots an innocent person and nobody says anything about, like, it just keeps going. It dissolves into a ton of hijinks and unplanned shenanigans. And I think that's what kept me going, because I didn't think that this was what it was going to be about. If I'm being honest, I thought it was kind of like a Red Notice thing where they'll be going on, cases, and we'll be seeing each one, and maybe there'll be a comedian here or something. But the way it went, it wasn't where I was thinking at all. Now, are there some cons to the entire series? Yes. I think that the writing was lazy, for sure, especially from the beginning. However, I feel like that's the point, because of how messed up all of them were. They were intoxicated, they were high, they were dealing with a lot of stuff. There's one episode where she doesn't pee, and then she pees inside this Pringles container on the helicopter, and you just see you see what's going to happen. No one even needs to tell you. You already see the writing on the wall, and exactly that happens. Plus more. I liked it. I would definitely recommend that you watch it. Right now, I think it's sitting on a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb, and a 47 on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes ratings anyways. I think they are rigged. I think they're biased, and they choose who they give high ratings to. The Google users, 84% of them like this TV show. So 8.4 out of 10 is a good rating for it. And I would definitely give it that. I would say it's an 8.5 out of 10 if I was giving it a rating. So 100% recommend. It is rated R, people. There's a ton of sex scene. They're using drugs. They're smoking. You see a lot of private parts in this. It is rated R, so do not watch this in front of kids. Do not watch this in front of young adults. Do not watch this in front of... I wouldn't even recommend babies who don't even know what's going on yet. I would not recommend you watching this in front of babies, because there's a lot of stuff that goes down in it that is not family friendly. So if it's a movie night, you and your friends, your buds, or you and your spouse, 100% I recommend that you watch this, because it was funny, and I died and I laughed, and it didn't go the way that I was thinking it would go, and that's, for me, is a good surprise. So I hope it gets a second season, but I don't really know what it will be about, because we've already seen this scenario, so maybe it will be a different thing, but it will make sense for them to do the same kind of formats for a different season, because then we would have just seen it again, right? But I do hope it gets another season and they come up with something else for us to watch, because yeah, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe. Bye.